football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of Seattle. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Yeah.
They begin the drive with Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. And complete to Drake London. The 30. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Come on.
On first down, Willis. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Willis. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
This will be fielded at the 17. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Amari Barno in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by London.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The Seahawks at 6-3 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Dancing to his left. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be
and nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Into the hands of London. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Lawrence. And caught by London. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Tate to return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Come 19!
From his end zone, Willis. He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
60 Bison, check, Panther. Riggs. Ready.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From his own end zone, here's Willis. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Lawrence. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
I'm ready.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They'll give it to him again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Javonte Williams. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Robinson up the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. At the 37-yard line. On the move to his left. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to it and knock it free and make it a turnover.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here we go!
They go play action with Lawrence. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 24, Lawrence. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll give to Cook on the read option. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
19 Tigers! Ready?
Off the option, here's Robinson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Give to Robinson on the option. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back to Robinson now on first down to about the 40-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He completes it to Tate. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, here's Willis. He finds Watson complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Option play. Here's Cook. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here we go, here we go.
Off the option, here's Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll go with the option, coming right. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. He finds his man, complete. That's Tate. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. It looked like they had the run stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the hand got up into the face mask, and the officials, they were looking for it. They spotted it.
It's an easy call, too, when it's right in front of them. You see that neck twist just a little bit, and that's enough to draw the flag.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and they're going to get this up to midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hey, Alpha! Hey, Charlie!
Here's Lawrence to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Okay, ready.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted,
that's caught inside the 20. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Malik Willis doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
That extra point by Carlson up and good as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 74 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Javonte Williams with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Hey, check that, street.
Willis looking to throw on first down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Giants. CeeDee Lamb, 62 yards. And the Giants have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Warriors, 17. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack at 2nd and 20. Willis. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Tate on the return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Willis with another keeper. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Pass the 60, pass the 60.
Here's Willis on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.